The Delta Project exists to support social change.
We specialize in helping social change groups overcome some of their greatest challenges, really nailing down what it is they want to change in the world.
We creatively and effectively take a group's ideas and goals and make them reality.
From program development to putting on conferences to implementing specific workshops and trainings, the Delta Project works with organizations to better realize their goals.
When we work with a group, we approach the issue from every possible angle, and together we push ourselves to ask the questions that open up entirely new ways of thinking.
One thing the Delta Project does really well is questioning what it means to be a problem. Okay, let's take litter for an example. The problem could be litter on the ground, which would call for a cleanup. The problem could be people throwing litter on the ground, which would call for greater enforcement. Or the problem could be culture that produces people who litter, which would call for changing norms in education. Looking at the nuances of the problem gets us to nuanced solutions, which leads to greater effectiveness. All this leads to long-term sustainable change, not just short-term fixes. Some people show up with a prepackaged approach that assumes the client's goal is standard or simple. We know that the real world is messier and more complex than that.
The Delta Project works differently with each group according to its specific needs. We don't employ a cookie-cutter model because we know each group has its own identity and operates in its own way. We start from scratch and begin the brainstorming process with the basics. In working from the ground up, we're able to form and customize a unique collaborative working model with each group.
Clients get a company that cares about social change. With a dedicated, diverse, and experienced staff, we will help you find real solutions.
Okay, here's an example. The Delta Project was brought in to work with a group in Florida. So we took 75 high school students who really wanted to change the world. We provided them with informational resources, helped them identify problems, look at solutions for those problems, and develop solid goals. Over the next few days, we had them create events and plan activities that they would use to further their goals. At the end of the weekend, these students had it. And 6 weeks later, they had implemented their plan and got national news coverage.
We are effective from start to finish because we approach each client, each challenge, and each problem from the ground up. The Delta Project will work with your group to find unique goals and solutions. We're dedicated and able to make change happen.